All right, what's going on? It's your man Maine. It's Wild 1029. And in the studio, I got with me a man who really doesn't need a whole lot of introduction from the legendary Wu-Tang clan, Cappadonna.
Yes, sir. Killer Bees on the swarm. So,
Oh, man.
you already know.
Now, I'm excited for the show tonight, and I'm excited because you've been in the game, 15 years now?
20. It's our 20th year anniversary. Wu-Tang. We just came from off tour. We did the Rebirth tour, which we've been doing for the last couple of years, but we just finished up that tour maybe like about a month or two ago, and it was great. It was a success. Everybody was there. RZA came out from his busy schedule. Ghost and Ray wasn't there, but all the same, we rocked it. Meth broke his leg. I mean, it was pandemonium all day.
What was he doing? Was he crowd surfing or diving?
Yeah, well, he liked to do his famous dive from the stage to the fence. Usually he jumps to the fence, and then from the fence he jumps into the crowd. This time he decided he wanted to clear the fence and smash that leg real quick. That didn't stop him though. He had the full length cast on the whole leg, right back up on the fence again. To the point where now when he went home, he had to get that operation. Now they got to do an operation on his leg. Word.
Man, I try to stay away from the hospital as much as possible. Man. They ain't going in there. Needles in me is not a good thing.
You ain't lying. I can't do what I used to do 20 years ago when I first came in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you about that because with so many members in the Wu, what was it like? I mean, for you to even get on, because you made your debut in Built for Cuban Links?
Yes, sir. The first song was Ice Cream, which when I went to the studio, this when we had the studio still in the house up on top of Park Hill, up near Wagner College, up on top of the hill. So, RZA had a spot up there, and he built the studio there. Eventually, it got flooded out, but right before that flood, I went in there. You guys had invited me up there, and I heard the Ice Cream song. It didn't have no hook on it. It was just a verse from Ray and a verse from Ghost. I declined the offer at first, but RZA was, he was kind of consistent with it. He just like, yo, come on, man, just do this for me. So, it took me like 5-10 minutes. I wrote the verse. It coincided with Ray and Ghost, and then Meth came in another 15 minutes later, and RZA was like, yo, give me a hook for this, and Ice Cream was invented. And 2 weeks later, they was telling me it's a single off the Built for Cuban Links album.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, again, I'm like, all right, well, that's good. I'm going this way now. It's like, no, you can't go that way. It's something going on here. This is, what I mean? You gotta, they calling for you. I'll be like, I'm not answering. I'm going this way.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you gotta go this way. You know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't looking forward to no deal or none of that. I didn't want no deal. I was happy with what I was doing. I was a security guard in the projects, for the housing department. I was selling clothes, and I was kind of just straight. I just coming out of jail, but hocus pocus, you know what I mean?
He was making it happen.
Next thing you know, I'm focused.
Well, it's. I see a lot of artists nowadays seem to come and go. What do you think it really takes to be able to do what you do for so long?
Well, you gotta have, a plan. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a goal. And you got to set these short-term goals and long-term goals. And you got to know your purpose. Like are you doing it for you? Are you doing it for the people? Are you doing it to educate the people? Are you doing it to make the people feel good? Are you doing it to spread your gangster and your thugism? You know what I mean? Like, whatever your purpose is, it's like once you are able to pinpoint it, then that's when you get to brand, your signature inside the corporation or any kind of endeavor or anything that you trying to invest your time into. Then it'll become a ongoing process. It'll be, you'll gain that longevity out of it. So that's what we did. We didn't just come, giving you what you want. We also came giving what you need so that you could learn to want what you need.
Yeah, well, it's like that. Nevada can't really claim the artist, but we have E40, and he's been in the game for about 20, 25 years, and that's why, I asked him the same question, and he was just like, and he said basically the same thing you said. You gotta have something. You gotta be focused, and you just gotta be on your grind. He's been independent for so many years now, and still doing it.
That's right.
And he's got his niche, and I don't think anybody's ever gonna let ever forget about him. Whatever he's done,
he found his his wave. You know what I mean? And when you find your purpose, man, it's like can't nobody separate you from that purpose. That's like a will now becomes a will, and once you establish in the will, it's like that's when God becomes your promoter. He becomes your label and your manager. So it don't matter what everybody else could do, because the forces of nature. It's like I'm like the Jedi Knight. I call myself the angel of rap. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's what I'm feeding. So when you see me, you be like the angel of rap. Yeah, long live Cappadonna, because I'm the angel of rap. Even in the essence, the angel of rap could still be around, right? So it's like I ain't never going nowhere. Wu-Tang is forever.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, what's up with Wu South?
Yeah, that's a branch off of one of my chambers. You know what I'm saying? Which is the third chamber. And I established Wu South to create a home for all of the brothers that was coming in under my umbrella. But I was going south with it. I wanted to, wrap up all of the upcoming artists. It wasn't really for me. I just created a platform. You know what I'm saying? So that I could pull rappers in and they have an umbrella to get under. But that takes training. A lot of brothers don't understand. They expect stardom overnight. They don't really have a purpose. They don't even know what they rhyming for. They just doing it because it's a hobby or a fad, and that's why there ain't no really longevity or success involved in that. They ain't doing nothing. Just, you know what I mean? They don't got no plan or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a stepping stone for me, man. And Wu-Tang is for the babies.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, because, I see that you've been doing everybody's been doing their side projects, been doing their thing, and you've been on your grind. And I know that you got an album coming out called The Wu Block.
Okay.
With Ghostface. And D-Block and Raekwon. What's going on with that, man? When is it dropping?
I mean, we still working on it right now. I think I did one, but it kind of got, taken off by one of Ray's verses. You know what I'm saying? I had my verse on there, and then we were supposed to do, I think, like 6 bars a piece or something, which would have made 12, and then it would have been just a regular situation. But then he took the whole 12, took my 6 off. But I got like 6 or 7 more songs to go, so I'm not going to give a date yet.
Okay.
Plus, I didn't even get a date, so I'm not just going to throw nothing out there. But it's definitely highly in demand right now. It's a lot of talk about it. Matter of fact, Ghost is on the phone with Amar as we speak, going through whatever kind of details and, situations need to take place. But yeah, also, I just dropped the Pilgrimage album.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That deals with the journey. That's featuring Killer Black, you know what I'm saying? Matlock. You got Phantom of the Beats on there, Cheddar Bang, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to drop another mixed CD called The Earth, Wind, and Fire soon.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little more, conscious, a little more on the humble side. But I think it's a good time for it. You know what I mean? And it's me, again, just being creative, man. It's not about, I'm not trying to be one of them category rappers where you're going to label me as a hardcore rapper or a mainstream rapper, because I'm well-rounded. So I'm going to give you a little bit of everything. I'm going to give you some feel-good. I'm going to give you some education. You know what I mean? Give you some knowledge. Just give you make you feel good music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm trying to do everything. And my main focus right now is to concentrate more on what I need to do, to educate the upcoming, kids right now that's coming up in the game and that's checking for our music. We want to keep it wholesome so that, because also that establishes longevity.
Absolutely.
Because they can't put you in a box. And when you come in with music that breaks the universal law, then that's when you become pop.
Yeah.
It's no longer hip hop, and pop is just short for popular.
Yeah.
Or popularity. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, we break those barriers in hip hop, man, and keep that universal food flowing throughout the hip hop arena, man. That's what it's all about.
Food for thought, man. You give a man a fish, he could eat for one night, but if you show him how to fish, he could eat forever.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Now, the show tonight is going down at the Alley in Sparks.
Yeah.
What can people expect from you?
Man, witty, unpredictable talent, natural game. It's like you know what I mean? I'm darting them in, I'm darting them out. I'm up there, I'm acapella with it. I'm moving and grooving. I'm with the movers and shakers. I got my man GQ and I got my man King Magnetic up here.
Yeah, what up?
Gives me good inspiration and you know they give me that battery before my show and everything that we do. You know what I'm saying is based upon one movement. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I'm rolling with the clan. It's like you know Wu roll together as one. I call my brother son because he shine like one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful, man, to even be here. And to be here amongst rap's new generation, still doing it after all of this time, and still being accepted, man, and successful.
Blessed, blessed, man.
Blessed.
Absolutely.
Thank God, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank God.
Well, I want to thank you once again for coming down here, man. I really appreciate it, and of course, the fans are gonna appreciate it tonight. My man Cappadonna from the Wu.
That's right.
Right here on Wild 102.9.
GQ, King Magnetic.